sir.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Shall we report our results?
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
At your leisure. Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth? Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Not a care in the world, just as she did.
At your
Where to now?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell it.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well met, sir.
Pray, follow me.
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? How extraordinary.
Over here, Master. Did you lose sight of me? This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you I should only hope I serve to satisfaction.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful, should we encounter another speaker. I dare say I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of, at least.
Hail Arisen! 'Tis plain you've been training diligently in my absence. I'm well glad to be traveling by your side again. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow... me. I'll lead the way.
A lighter pack makes for a lighter heart, 'twould seem.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights!
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Good day, sir. I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
Right you are.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? The rules at your neck. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Well met, sir. Fancy a look at my wares?
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. It would be unseemly for an elf to purchase one. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir. You gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Need anything? What should I get up?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? I enjoy this work. Keeps me on my toes. Stop by again soon.
Need anything?
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Nothing more deadly than getting comfortable.
The rules at your
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
Right you are.
always sets me to think.
What delights might there be to find in town?
I've little enough gold to spend as things.
Peruse at your level.
I could tell half as many lies as my parents. A lonely place, not without its charms.
Well met, sir.
Off to market I go.
Place to soothe the spirit.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
At once, Master.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.